could carry that kind of weight. It was my tomb till I met you. I was breathing but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. It was my tomb till I met you. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. The old made new, Jesus, when I met you. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. I needed rescue, my sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you called my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day, out of the darkness into your glorious day, out of the darkness into your glorious day.
John 8:34-36. Jesus replied, I tell you the truth. Everyone who sins is a slave of sin. A slave is not a permanent member of the family, but a son is a part of the family forever. So, if the Son sets you free, you are truly free.
Who am I that the highest King would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me, his grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed.
Hey. Riley, show them what you won last week. It is a glow-in-the-dark Camp Table Rock shirt. It pays to memorize God's Word because I give you stuff.
When you hide God's Word in your heart, it helps you to not stand against God.
He's a Darius.
So, this month was Darius's month, but he's gone. I don't know. He's gone, and so I am now a Darius. I want you guys to call me a Darius because that's my name now. So I will be reading a Darius's message to you guys. So I have a game. It's pretty much stand or sit. Stand if you like these things. Sit if you don't like them. Okay. I saw Kellen getting ready to stand up. Stand up if you like Big Macs.
You like Big Macs? Seriously? I thought you liked a McRib. Okay.
Okay, stand up if you like McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Ooh, that's a winner.
Stand up if you like Snickers, the candy bar. The Snickers bar. If you don't like them, then sit down. Stand up if you like Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls are gas. Stand up if you like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Okay, you guys can be seated now. Okay. In what ways did Jesus give of himself? For starters, he loved us. Jesus didn't love us he didn't love us conditionally. He loved us to an extent that we can never and will never match. He loves us. He didn't love us conditionally. I'm going to change that. He messed that up. 1 Thessalonians 5:10 says, "He died for us so that whether we are awake or asleep, we may live together in him." If we are able to follow Jesus as an example, we are called to give ourselves for the benefits of others and for the glory of God. Whenever we sacrifice something for someone else, it doesn't only benefit them, but it is a way of worshiping God. Worship isn't only singing a song. Being obedient is a form of worship. If God has called you to live the way of love, which he has called all of us as Christians to do, you need to be obedient. Good job, Darius.
All right, it's time to say a verse. So, who's got the verse memorized, and then, who's going to say it? What was that?
Nothing.
It's a gun.
It is a gun.
No. Come on, who's got this verse memorized?
Shoot up your hand if you have the verse.
Anybody? Anybody? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I'd have to look.
It's not my week.
Everybody close your eyes. Ephesians 5:1 and 2.
Give me a second. Let me learn this really fast.
Nope. If nobody's got it, we're moving
15,
on.
14, 13,
12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
8,
You got it?
6,
Okay, wait, right here.
5, 4,
Hemina.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Welcome, Hemi. You want the mic or no mic?
If you get it, got it. Get ready. You ready? There it is.
Is Christ the beginning? Where is my close?
What?
Is Christ followed in? Yeah.
Okay. Hey, somebody memorize this next week. I got an awesome gift for you. 489 horsepower of Scat Pack. Oh, too late. That was this week's gift. You could have won a Scat Pack this week, but no.
And now John.
All right. You got a shirt. You should be happy. All right. This last weekend, we got to go to Encounter. It was really cool. It was really uplifting. I want to tell you something that I noticed about our teens. Yes. What? Oh, pay attention to me, my wife says. Focus. Seriously, this is important. There were probably 200 and some teens there. And on 3 separate occasions, they had an altar call. And I want to tell you what was different about the people in our group. When they had an altar call, there were lots of people praying at the altar. And some of our teens went and prayed at the altar. But starting the first night, our teens did something that no other group did. And that's they prayed over and with the people at the altar, not just for themselves. By the third altar call, there were other teens also doing what they were doing because they watched them be an example. There were other teens that would come up behind the people praying and just stand there and hold their arms out because they brought 1 Timothy 4:12 to life for them, because they set an example. Guys, we need to set an example for everybody. But we also need to set a firm example for other believers so they know how to live a Christian life. So how a Christian life should be lived. But we absolutely need to be an example for everyone, believer or not. But at that point in time, they were showing those other teens, hey, you can pray like this. And it was awesome. It was awesome. All right. Right now we're doing on repeat. Things that don't need to be just done once. But again and again and again. It's like listening to your favorite song. Anybody in here like Madonna? Okay. Madonna. All right. Madonna came out with an album called True Blue back in about 1986, I think it was, somewhere in there. I worked with a guy named Titus. And Titus listened to her cassette tape so many times on repeat, over and over and over. He would listen to it, flip it, listen to it, flip it. You had to flip it over manually to get all the songs. It broke. He actually went through 3, I'm only holding 2 fingers, 3 cassettes. I've never broken a cassette in my life, and I've listened to some songs. But he liked what he heard so much that he wore it out. You know, you can't really wear out digital music. But he destroyed 3 cassettes. The tape itself inside it broke. So we're going to talk about something that should be on repeat like that for us. And that's encouragement. We all have times in our lives where we need people to see us. And I don't mean see you like, hey, you're here. See us. See who we are. See what's going on in our life. And then we don't just need people to see us. We need people to see what we're going through and help us. And it's not just us. There's other people that need you to see and help them. Too many times in our lives, we're content to ignore everything that doesn't affect us directly. We're focusing on our girlfriend. We're focusing on our boyfriend. We're focusing on our sport. We're focusing on something going on in our house, but our focus is completely on us. And there are people around you cratering. Do you know that the number of people in this teen group in the last year, since January, who have had depression enough to contemplate suicide, it takes more than one hand to count? Think about that. The people that you're in here with for hours and around school needed you to see them and help them. And for how long did we ignore them and not see, not encourage, not lift up? Mark 1:40. I want you to listen to this. And I'm going to show you a slide after this. If you are one of those people who see gross things and it makes you sick, I will give you the opportunity to turn away. I will announce, I'm not even kidding. I will announce before I show this. A man with leprosy came and knelt in front of Jesus, begging to be healed. He said, "If you are willing, you can heal me and make me clean." Now, how many of you know what leprosy is? Okay, a few of you. If you have a weak stomach, this is your opportunity to close your eyes or look away. That is what leprosy can do to you. And yeah, that's pus coming out of her nose. And the skin of her face is sloughing off and falling away. Leprosy is a terrible, terrible disease. It affects your skin, and it can cause you to have your fingers and your toes literally turn gangrene and fall off. Like they lose feeling and they just rot clean off your hand. I mean, there were some much worse pictures I could have put up there, where just skin had sloughed off their arm and it was muscle and tendon. It is a horrible, horrible disease. And this person with this disease walks up to Jesus and says, "Can you heal me? Can you cleanse me?" Moved with compassion, Jesus reached out and touched him. If that woman walked up to you and said, "Would you mind touching my face?" Are you going to touch her face? No, we aren't. But he said, not only did he touch him, he said, "I am willing, be healed." And instantly the leprosy disappeared and the man was healed. And then Jesus sent him on his way with a stern warning. He didn't want him to tell anybody about this. Instead, go to the priest and let him examine you. Take along the offering required in the law of Moses for those who have been healed of leprosy. This will be a public testimony that you have been cleansed. Now, if you're noticing, there's two different words occurring in here. Healed and cleansed. And they're being used separately, and that's important. But the man went and spread the word, proclaiming to everyone what had happened. And as a result, large crowds gathered around Jesus. He couldn't even publicly enter a town anywhere. He had to stay out in the secluded places. But people from everywhere kept coming to where he was. If you had leprosy, you could not participate in the religious life of your community. You were considered unclean. not just have a disease, but to be unclean. You couldn't live around other people. You lived on the outside of town. You were required, as you walked through town, down a road, anything, you had to say, leper, outcast, unclean. Anytime anybody got near you, that you were an outcast, unclean, don't come near me. Look at this. Jesus was moved by his compassion. Can you imagine how isolated and alone this man was? Because nobody would come near him. They were all afraid that they would get leprosy. And leprosy wasn't just a disease. It's like I said, it rendered you unclean. You couldn't participate in anything. You guys like coming on Wednesday nights? Sorry, can't happen. You can't be involved in anything religious. Not because you have a disease, but because you're unclean. But Jesus did something about it. He touched him. He touched him. That man needed restoration more than he needed healed. And what he asked Jesus is not to heal him, but to cleanse him. To take the uncleanness out of his life. Think about all the people around you that don't maybe need healed, but they do need cleansed from what's in their life. You know how to give that to them. You know how to encourage them in that. Jesus made physical contact with this guy whom nobody would touch. He touched him. You have to be willing to see the situation of the people around you. Guys, this is important. You have to be willing to see the situations of people. Because it is so easy to ignore them. It is so easy to not see them, to not let them intrude in your busy little day and the things that you do. But you have to do a few things if you want to make a difference in these people's lives. What does that mean to just see them? To encourage them? The first thing you have to do is see the need. How many of you in here have seen somebody with a need and ignored it? You willing to tell me? I've done it. I've seen people in need and I've ignored them because I'm in a hurry to get out that door because it's already 9 o'clock. I've seen people in need and driven past them when I can see their cars broken down there because I'm in a hurry. You have to check on people. Your friends, your family, and you have a hard time asking for help. Most people in need have a true difficulty in going, I need help. I need somebody to see me. I need somebody to encourage me. We don't like to seem weak. We don't like to seem like we need help. But man, people, it's important. We are in a community that was created for us to lean on each other and help each other and encourage each other. Here's something that's really important too. You have to feel the need. You know, this isn't instinctual for us, but you can actually learn it. It's for most of us, it's not like if you have a need. I've gotten to where I've known Cody for a long time. He's sitting back there today and I'm like, dude, you're tired. And he goes, I am, and I'm frustrated because I've been around Cody long enough that I can see it in the very posture and look on his face. Why can I see that? It's not just because I've been around him, it's because I care about him. It's because I want to encourage him. I want him to have the best life he can possibly have, the same way I do for each one of you. So to feel that need, put yourself in their shoes. What are they going through in that situation? What would I be going through in that situation? And then think about it. What's motivating you to act? Are you acting because you want them to owe you something? Or are you acting out of the love that's in your heart, the caring for the people that you know, that you're around every single day? And then, you can do all these things, but if you don't do this last one, what do the other two matter? Respond to the need. Don't ignore it. Don't blow it off. You know when your friends and the people in your family need you to see them. Either on your own or with somebody else. See them. Help them. Encourage them. Show them that it's okay to do that for somebody else. You guys have the ability to affect so much change if you really try to do it. So respond to that need. See them. Help them. If you're with us tonight and you haven't been with us before, let me explain this little table up here. If you have something that you'd like us to pray for you, you don't have to put your name on it or anything, but there's prayer cards up here, and you can fill that out and you can put that in that basket, and we'll pray for you. We'll pray for your request. These altars, the best way you're ever going to fight your battle is on your knees talking to God, because He'll fight that battle with you. I don't care what it is. So these altars are open for prayer, and I encourage you to use them. So as Alexis plays and the lights go down, take this time to talk to God about the people that you need to see and that you need to help. Oh, I didn't talk about that stuff.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. We live for you. And holy, there is no above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. And holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken.
Lord, as we continue in this time of prayer, you are so incredible. And I thank you for the things that you do in these young people's lives. I thank you for your power to heal. I thank you for your power to strengthen. And Lord, there are people in this room that need your healing and they need your strength. Lord, pour it out upon them. Let them feel the people surrounding them, praying for them, and just pour it out upon them. You can overcome anything. And Lord, what I've learned is you may not change our situation, but you will absolutely change us and who we are. We thank you so much tonight. We just lift our